Hello, this is Paleco Page and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition with mods. Now, before we go into this, I'm just going to say, at the moment in the UK, we are having a little bit of a heat wave. It's very, very warm, and I live in a very well insulated house. Usually, because I live in a very small house, if you've seen any of my vlogs, we have at least 2 fans going on in the front room where all my setup is at the moment. But because I am a bit of an audiophile and I don't like any background noises if I can help it, very hard these days with a baby, but hey ho, I've had to turn all the fans off. So we're going to make this, after that very long intro, as short as possible. We're going to keep the jibber jabber to a minimum so I can finish this episode off and put the bloody fans back on and probably put some trousers on too. There's a picture for you. Hello, Paleco Page here. As always when playing the Curious Expedition, plans don't seem to go according to plan. Sadly, this is a very long expedition, so I have decided to cut this into 2 separate parts. So although it's going to look like one playthrough, I've split it accordingly. So I will try and find an appropriate place to stop it, but we'll just see how that pans out. So I guess I'll be seeing you at the end of the episode. Anyway, back to me. Hey, so here we go. We can go to the Humpa Palumpa Arctic, where we've got a portal and 3 temples. We do have a couple of Arctic stations, which means getting around is a little bit easier. We can go to the Yalampani Desert, where we have 2 tombs, a shrine, and a temple. I say temple there, I actually mean shrine. It's the crazy Arctic shrine, isn't it? And then we've got the looming drylands, where we've got 2 shrines, a temple, and a tomb. So that's 3 lots of gold, prospectively. That's 3 lots of gold, prospectively. And that is 3 lots of gold. But you do have the portal. And I think getting around is going to be quicker. And to be honest with you, anything to make me feel cooler is better. So let's go to the Humpa Palumpa Arctic, shall we? Eagerly anticipating the forthcoming adventure, I made haste and arrived at the docks. The captain had yet to arrive, so I had 1 last pot of tea. Too warm for tea. Too warm for tea. The collector was eager to look upon us, which instruments we had brought back with us. Now, I don't even think we came across any instruments at all in that last game. It was sort of near the front of my mind, but I wasn't really actively looking for them. I can't remember seeing any, so I don't think that's our fault. But we still take the hit to the fame. Good times. The collector seemed rather disappointed and left the harbour post-haste. I wondered if this would tarnish my reputation. The Empress of Maschinen-Mensch stalked the harbour to casually scream at bystanders. Naturally, I stopped to listen. She demanded my support to claim land for her young empire. I was not sure what to make of her inquiry, but she promised me a handsome reward. All I had to do was plant a few flags in the name of Maschmeschistan. Maschmeschistan. That's a full word, that is. You know what? That's a new one. I don't think that's off one of the mods. I think they've actually added that to the game. So let's do it. That sounds interesting. A collector of sorts. I did not care much for royalty of such a distinguished house, but I could use the coin. Of course. She handed me her Maschmeschistani flags and wished me luck. That is a mouthful. This expedition could potentially lift me into first place amidst my peers. My exploits were well known, attracting a few enterprising folk to my cause. Who did I want to recruit? Now, we do have a space. Very, very sadly. We've lost... It was Louis, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Louis. It is. He was the one that didn't like me. He was my least favourite of the 3. And let's face it, they're triplets. So you're not really losing them because you've still got the same faces around. Okay, we've lost the colour green, but that's not a primary colour. That's not, that's just throw in a yellow and mix in with a little bit of, who is it, Dewey? Yeah, a little bit of Dewey. And we got green again. Nothing to worry about there. We'll rub Dewey in like margarine or something. Let's not go down that route. Right, so we can look at Archibald Henry here, who has got some lovely attack die, although he is a cultist. And then we have Anupam Mehta, the trader. Now, you know how I feel about traders. They are very, very good. We've got, Archibald Henry finished with his woman because she could not help him with his mind. Or we have a kleptomanic trader, which I suppose is, that makes sense. You steal a little bit and you can sell it on for 100% profit. I'm up for that. That is good. That's good business sense. We'll go with Anupam. We could certainly use a resourceful trader like Anupam Meta in our number. My heart jumped with joy as I heard that our ship was prepared for departure. So let's give away some equipment. We've got a little bit of money. We haven't got a lot of space. Oh, eggs. Eggs. Cooked eggs, the perfect breakfast. They're quite expensive, though. We've got medicine. We've got no torches, so we'll take all the torches. Bullets we're fine for. We are going to the Arctic, so we could take snowshoes. They're not too expensive, although they do take up a space. Let's do it. And, yeah, so first aid are okay. We've got cocoa leaves. Not ideal, but we've got enough stuff here to trade to be able to get some food from the station. So I'm not too worried about that. How much do we have left? 136. Wow, okay. So let's go for climbing here, because there's going to be no marsh. So, yeah, we'll go for all of those. And that's our free spaces taken up. After that, we've got a stack. So it'd be a case of bullets probably, or more first aid. How many of those can we have? 12. And that rounds it off nicely for one more first aid. And that should all stack up nicely. I rejoiced as our vessel was prepared for departure. Well, we better go then. Time waits for no duck on Expedition 4. And as we sail in from the west... Had to check. Looking a bit barren. I was deeply absorbed in my studies about this area as we finally reached the shore of our expedition area. I was curious to discover what adventures were waiting for us here. Is there anything I want to leave on here which isn't useful? I think it's all pretty useful. I suppose we haven't got a portal. Do we? Do we have a portal here? I can't remember now. Was there a portal on this one? Baby brain. I'll put it down to baby brain. I can't remember if there was a portal or not. I think there was. We'll keep it. Oh, we drilled 4. She marked the positions of her flags on my map. I hope this would not get me killed. Well, yes. I can't even get there. As soon as I walk on this, it's going to disappear. It's pack ice. Once you walk on it, it disappears. That's rubbish. Alright, fine. The others are more doable. Oh, they're really close to each other. That is crap. My only saving grace to that is that means that hopefully down here, these bottom 2 regions are going to be cut off. As far as upgrading people, I don't know if it's even worth it at the moment. Should we promote Anupam? And Fikovi? I suppose, because they're promoted up to top now. Oh, Huey isn't. Oh, you've only got 1. But it's going to cost you 2 to upgrade? That doesn't make any sense. Let's get Anupam up. And we'll hold off. Right, so. I guess we just have a mooch about and see what's going on. I feel like I've been cheated a little. Oh, shrine already. We've got no space to carry anything. I mean, we could drag it. I suppose we could drag it back to the boat and just wait up for a bit. That makes sense. I could see it from far away, a menacing temple-like building. Its size surprised us when we drew closer. Suddenly it was as if a mass of tiny barnacles was filling my lungs, but the moment passed quickly as the door opened. While opening the entrance, I heard humming in the back of my head. I sniffed at the air, like a public house. Ooh, a pub. Or a roadside ditch. One of the same if you get close enough to the toilet. Then I saw the vapours, foul swathes of sickly fume tendrils rising out of tiny cracks in the floor. Let's have a look. I found weirdly shaped bridges inside that no human architect would construct. Up above was a weak light, and just at the edges I could feel something moving up there. Placed on the altar was a small worm-like creature, writhing, feeling around with its tendrils. I pushed it aside brusquely. Ugh! Ugh! Dirty! Oh. Great. We're going to have to leave some stuff behind. So, we're going to take it all. This was not a day for hesitation. The treasure was to be mine. The floor began to crack under the pressure of the foul gas. Below, I could see a sloppy mass bubble and pop. I fled outside, only to see the shrine collapse in a cloud of stench so vile, I could not begin to describe it. It moved fast towards us. Oh dear. Let's go home. I've had enough. I'm going to call it quits. Is anything chasing us? No. Well, yeah, kind of. Our vessel was still offshore where we anchored it. I felt homesick all of a sudden and wondered how much longer I would need to stay out here. Right, so we need to make some space. Now, I would guess if we've got a moonstone, that means we're going to need that for the end. So. Let us access the ship storage and drop off the good bits. We can probably get away with not taking the metal cube. The bullets are good, the dynamite. I think for this time around, we should probably drop the sextant as well. For the sake of view distance 2, it's not really worth carrying around. So we'll drop you off as well. Just to create the space, really. One space. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. We returned to our ship. Being here almost felt like the safety of home. Oh. Let's rest. We settled down to catch our breath. It was a pitch-black night as we rested by the fireplace. Ficovey found a fascinating mushroom. We were investigating it and wondering if it was edible, when it suddenly squirted a foul-smelling fluid at us. Ficovey was unwary enough for it to completely cover his face. He screamed in pain. Ah! Soon his eyes turned greyish, and he had trouble recognizing how many fingers I was showing him. I could only hope that this was not the final end of his sight. Otherwise, he would be of little use for this expedition. I settled down for the night. How many fingers am I holding up, Ficovey? Right, well, okay. Is that like... No, it's alright. It's not permanent. That's good. Alright, so let's rest again. We settled down and allowed everyone to rest. The mood was buoyant as I ordered wood to be gathered for a fire. This night we had a supernatural occurrence. The spirits of dead natives materialised in front of us. They told us they had been killed by unnatural monsters that were breeding in a nearby cave. If we would avenge them and hunt down the monsters, they promised that we would find a worthwhile magical reward on their corpses. Let's do this. We accepted their plea and vowed to hunt down their killers. They seemed grateful and told us about the location of a cave. Afterwards, they disappeared into the night whence they came. I settled down for the night. That's very low. Wow, that's like as low as you can go. Alright, well, as it stands, we're being cut off by the noxious gas. So, oh, that's really annoying. This is where I could do with a teleport. Or two, even. Or two. I could do with a teleport or two, boy. No, I'll stop there. Oh! We're going to check you out. We made an unusual discovery. The remains of a decayed boat loomed in front of us. It remained a mystery to me how it could have ended up in this place. It was a wonder that it hadn't collapsed yet. I attempted to read the name, but it was too rotten to decipher. This area was marked heavily by animal tracks. I had to keep moving or end as someone's dinner. What you got? This place surely retains some trinkets of worth. I instructed the people to form small teams and investigate the surroundings. Dynamite! And its stacks. Boom. As we departed, we noticed that our presence had attracted inquisitive wildlife. Which side of us? That's fine. That's fine. Nothing to worry about there. Hasn't seen us. And it's opened stuff up a little, which is alright, I guess. I mean, we're really being cut off here. I'm not feeling this map at all. I think we're going to die. Let us upgrade Anupam. Because why the hell not? We approached a cave. Its opening led into the darkness of unknown depths. We required a torch to explore its secrets. I mean, we're doing alright for blue dice. We don't need the torches. I just like having the torches. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We were intrigued to discover that this was just the entrance to a long underground tunnel. Okay. So we're exploring it. And that's new. We explored vast caverns and twisted corridors. The hint of sunlight in the distance gave us hope. Oh. Well. Okay. I mean, like, fair enough, I guess. Should we carry on this way? Might as well. We know where the cave leads. So we're going to plant a flag there. Let's go here first. Another boat. Oh, we got a strawberry. We'll eat that. We found something of extraordinary interest. Or extraordinary interest. The remains of a decayed boat loomed in front of us. As far as I could tell, it must have been some kind of pirate ship. Time had suddenly taken its toll on the once majestic vessel. I tried to discover the name. HMS Terror. This area was marked heavily by animal tracks, and I had to keep moving, blah, blah, blah. My instinct said we would find something of value here. We formed small teams and scoured the place. More dynamite. As we left, we noticed that our presence had attracted inquisitive wildlife. Please be south of us. Bugger. Do we attack the polar bear? I think it's probably safe if we do. We've got the medicine to get over it. I don't think Fikovi's going to take a hit as far as that's concerned. Let's do it. Just the one. 20. If we can stun him, we'll be good. What was stun? That was stun. So. Let's use up some dynamite, I guess. Or do I start using the bullets? I mean, he's got what? 19 health? Let's use some dynamite first. Damage 4 multi-attack or group damage of 4 multi-attack. I don't think there's any need to go too low, so we'll hit him with that. What can I use with you? Evade, we don't need to do that. Tactical advantage, outstanding tactics. No. We'll hold on to you. Punctuation will do me fine. What is that? Fatal blow? I mean, I'll take it. I don't know where it's come from. That's good. Attack! Are we done? Boom. We got this. Fatal blow again. Tippity top. We deprived the dead of anything useful. So that'll stack. We're not too fussed by the meat, are we? We shall take the polar bear pelt. And carry on. Onwards and upwards and all that jazz. If only we had a cook. Alright, so flag. We've got an Arctic claim. We haven't got an Arctic claim. I have no idea. What's this? Giant walrus. And no sanity. Okay, so we need 2 of those. Everything is so colourful. Juggy. We'll avoid the walrus. We're not really seeing very far, are we? This isn't good. Let's have a look at the station. A lone figure greeted me at the entrance to the station. For some queer reason, he asked me about tickets. He showed us the station. It was half filled with snow. How was he holding out here? I wondered whatever happened to him, but maybe it was best not to ask. Yes, we need to trade. Well, can we access the storage room? Is there stuff we can take home? We could take the polar bear pelt home, I suppose. Yeah, it's worth 30. You'll free it up as well. We'll do that. I checked out his stash. Oh, he's got a big stash, this one. And, well, it doesn't matter taking that, does it? I mean, for the sake of it not being in the way, we'll get rid of that. And everything else we need. So that'll do. And then we shall trade. So we want some ticket. Oh, what's that? A pinkish prawn. It is not often one gets to eat prawns. Some say that they're the height of fancy eating. I love prawns. They're fantastic. Right, so... I mean, there's nothing here which is going to help us other than the tickets. So, how many tickets can we get? 7? Is 7 tickets enough? I mean, we've got some teeth. And we've got some dynamite. So if I give you that, can I take those as well? Wow! Not lightly. Okay, a bullet? Okay, a bullet and what stacks? I mean, I guess I'm going to be needing the food, aren't I, at some point? So give me all the food. I'll take the medicine back, and you can just have some more dynamite. And I'll take a bullet. No, I won't take a bullet. Oh, no, hang on. That's not right. Snowshoe? 2 snowshoes? 3 snowshoes? I don't know. This isn't working out very well now. You know what? You know what? That's fine. I dig it. I dig it. We had a deal. Such negotiation skills needed practice. How did you get all that alone out here? I don't know. I don't know. Best not to ask these questions. The warm beds were welcome reprieve from the cold. The pale man kept watching me in my sleep. Oh dear. The dogs howled at the moon for the whole night. In the morning, the man looked as if he had aged by 10 years. Oh, well. Sleeping here was such a fortunate break from roughing it in the snow. The power man kept watching me in my sleep again, eh? Oh, he's taken a liking to you, Mr. Ducky Wucky. Howled at the moon again. Let's do it again. I slept like royalty. There was even warm water. Oh, that's not too bad. I heard the power man scream in tongues. In the morning, the power man was gone. So who's that? Gary. Oh, just Gary now, is it? Alright, well, we'll use the dog sled. The power man returned to the question of tickets. Apparently these tickets would buy me passage with his sled. Was he a conductor? How did a conductor get here? He offered me to travel to the following locations. Let's go. More just to open the map up a little, really. Oh, there's one place. New region. And a walrus. Awesome. I mean, do we take on the walrus? We're in a good position to take on the walrus, I suppose. Let's do it. How much health? 22. And 2 dice. Right, so. That and that. That's 1 stunned. That and that. That's another stunned. That to get him bleeding. And... roll? Let's throw in a dynamite, simply because it's 4 damage without taking any pain ourselves. Roll again? Yeah. Alright. If we put a bullet down, 2. Does it stack? It does. There we go. That'll do. Alright, can we do that again? Do we have the luck? You and you. Boom. You and you. Boom. And he's dead, isn't he? That is it. Over. We deprive the remains of anything useful. Oh, lovely, lovely tasks. We'll take those. Right, let's have a look in this station, I guess. The man greeted me at station's entrance, had wild eyes and odd scars around his neck when he greeted me. For some queer reason, he asked me about tickets. How many tickets do we have left? 6. He showed us the station. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Let's access his storage room. Get rid of you. I mean, we could get rid of the cocoa leaves. Now we've got the prawns. I'd have thought because of the value of them, the sanity gain is going to be massive. So let's drop the cocoa leaves just to free up that little bit more space. We were done looking for anything useful. Tippity top. So let us have a look, see what he's got. Well, he's got beans. I'm not a big fan of beans, but we get 3 beans for nothing. I think I'm quite happy to keep the rest. But we'll be back here in a minute anyway. So, that's that done. Let's go and place these. How much longer we got? 17 days. Let's go and place these flags. Deep snow. This is ridiculous. Not helpful at all. See, I can't see a hexagon in front of me, yet I can see something in the glacier over the mountain range. I'll misclick that. Right, so he can't have many more days left because this is ridiculous. 10 days. Right, so let's place another flag. We need to free up this space. What have we got here? Another giant walrus. Let's go a long way around. It's another cave. Well, let's check out the cave, I guess. We approached the cave. Its opening led into darkness of unknown depths. We required a torch to explore its secrets. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We found a small cavern scattered with the debris of what seemed to be a failed expedition. We saw the rotten remains of what must have been an African explorer. Oh, you're way out of where you're supposed to be. All the bones we found had been cracked open and it seemed sucked empty of marrow. To our surprise, one of the rotten crates, that's our crate, you know, still held some valuable equipment. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll take the chocolate and the snowshoes. That's all good in the hood. And then we shall eat... Well, no, let's eat the prawns and see how much they give back. I'm presuming a lot. 15? Well, it's 5 better than the cocoa. That's for sure. So almost up to tip-top condition. Still being buggered, though. Alright, so onto there. Let's pop down another flag. Cool. Right, so how many days have we got left? 3. I mean, do we head back? Do we explore a little? This is very annoying. Let's... I'm guessing that's the portal. So that's the only bit of green on there. We'll need to head back, though, I think, to do that. Let's uncover what's left in this region. So let's hop ourselves over here. There's something there. Can't see it. It's a stone circle. We came across a stone circle that was obviously man-made. There were inscriptions etched into each rock. Perhaps they formed a kind of map. Cool. So, there's lots of stuff still open. I think the ruins is probably the best bet, just so we know where we're heading to. So there's one right next to us. And the other one is... We've been to that one. Right down the bottom, of course. Of course. So, on to this one, I guess. Yes, I think that's this region pretty much done. This region looks dead. That is going to be my educated guess of that. So I'm not too fussed about looking too much into that. The fact that there's no shrines in there anyway is probably a good thing. Let's go straight over, though. We need to eat some beans and a strawberry to get us back over there. And, oh, we can upgrade Dewey. And this, dear viewer, is where I've decided to cut this expedition in half. I have no idea where it is right now. I'm hoping it's an appropriate place, both time and for a little bit of a cliffhanger, hopefully. I don't know. Decisions made after recording is always an awkward one, but hopefully this is going to break in an appropriate spot. But if not, please forgive me. The next one will be coming up in the next day or so. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.